If you're looking for a wild experience that's focused on the survival of one or two endangered species, you may have found it at a regional park in Lodi, California. Welcome to Wildly Seen Adventures. We're here to help you capture the spirit and culture of wildlife spaces so you can choose the perfect experience for your family. Today our adventure occurs at the Micke Grove Zoo in the Micke Grove Park, Lodi, California, about 40 miles south of Sacramento. Here we are at the Micke Grove Regional Park and Zoo. We're going to check out the Micke Grove Zoo today. We're approaching the front gate. I paid $6 for entry into the park, and the zoo is separate. So we're heading over to the zoo area. It's a really big, beautiful park. Lots of stuff to do. I saw some playground toys and rocks to climb on and stuff when I was driving in. Here's a listing of the things that they have available here. We're walking up to the entrance, and they have this treetop cafe, but I don't remember ever seeing it being open. Here are the prices. $5, and then with the $6 entry fee to the park, that's a great deal. $11. The zoo sits on 5 acres and originally opened in 1957. They're currently open Wednesday through Sunday from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Micke Grove participates in the Species Survival Plan to prevent endangered species from going extinct by enabling cooperative breeding and transfers between different zoos. Let's meet some of the residents. Here's the Western Pond Turtles exhibit. And I noticed that they had QR codes, so you can probably get more information about the animals by working the QR codes. This is the gift shop, and I don't remember ever seeing that it was open in my visits here. But they do have a gift shop. Looks like this exhibit is currently under renovation. The Treetops Cafe is inside the zoo apparently too. It's closed. They do have vending machines for drinks and some snacks. Here's the fossa environment, and I've seen the fossa here before, and it is a really beautiful animal from Madagascar. But this says that in accordance with the Species Survival Plan, they've sent the fossa to Texas, and it will be part of a breeding program there. So the fossa is not here today. Here's another exhibit. It's pretty big, but it's empty. Red fox. The red foxes are not out. The sign says they're shy, so they are in their den most of the time. The Prima squirrel lives in forests in Southeast Asia, but this one lives in Lodi, California, in a tropical rainforest house that's shared with a leopard tortoise. The leopard tortoise was in its outdoor enclosure, but that's fitting because leopard tortoises live in grasslands, not in tropical rainforests. This is the turkey vulture, and they have a little sign about being forever homes for rescued wildlife. Here's a good view of the bobcat. It's sitting right out in the front of her cage. Here's the bobcat enclosure. As you can see, it's a pretty roomy enclosure. Here's the golden eagle, and it's also a rescue. It looks like it was rescued in about 15 years ago, 2011. Here's the ringtail exhibit, and the ringtail is not out, but of course it's nocturnal, so I guess that's to be expected. Maybe they could put that in an indoor enclosure with reverse daylight, and then it would be out and about while the public is here. The red-tailed hawk. Here's a lemur habitat, and I can't see the lemurs anywhere. Here are black parrots and radiated tortoises. I can't see the black parrots, but here is a radiated tortoise.
Oh my god.
There's another one over there. This is a huge exhibit. Flight aviary cage. Too bad we can't see the black parrots. Maybe on the other side I'll be able to see them. I don't know what's supposed to be in here. There's no name, and you can't see any animal in there. Here's the standing snake gecko. It's from Madagascar. This is the indoor terrarium setup. Here's an unlabeled exhibit. I don't know what that one is. A golden mantella frog. That's a Madagascar frog. The zoo is apparently working towards having a big Madagascar wildlife presence based on signage. Here they've got a breakdown or pictures of quite a few lemurs. Ring-tailed lemurs used to be housed on Lemur Island, but they're not visible today. This is one of the 3 exhibits specifically noted in a 2021 Record newspaper article as being scheduled for an upgrade. Construction is underway. They've also got a neat little playground area out here with a spongy floor for kids to play in. We'll go see if there's anything over here in this exhibit. I don't see anything, and no signage. This is a pretty nice exhibit, multi-layered with running water. But there's nothing here. And the snow leopard. Let's see if we can see the snow leopard today. I don't see the snow leopard anywhere. Maybe because it's a warm day out. Here's another exhibit that I guess it's hooked up to the one next door, but there's no animals in here. We're going to go into the aviary. Oh, temporarily closed. Bird flu. We'll see if we can see what kind of animals are in there. Or what kind of birds are in there. There's some ducks. Oh, looks like there's an ibis. A Chilean poodoo, which is a little antelope. That should be here, but I can't see that. Here's the TT monkey. And there's 2 of them. The TT monkey is a South American monkey with a very long tail, but the tail is not prehensile. They cannot hang by their tail. The spectacled pigeon. Here's another habitat that appears to be empty. The stars of this visit were the golden lion tamarins. In the early 70s, it was estimated that there were only about 200 left in the wild. Currently, there are about 2,500 in the wild and 500 in zoos. They remain at risk due to habitat fragmentation. Here's an interesting exhibit about wingspan, actual size. I think that's pretty cool from an educational standpoint. That's the red fan parrot. It refused to turn around for a picture. Looks like the zoo's planning a gibbon exhibit in the future. I counted 8 or 9 empty exhibits, not counting exhibits where the animals were just hiding, and including this huge central exhibit. They do have a picnic area here, so if you did bring in some food, you could have a snack. Here's some more tables by the empty faucet exhibit. Let's see how the Micke Grove Zoo does on the Wildly Seen Adventure Scorecard. We rate 3 categories: care, purpose, and experience, then wrap it up with an overall impression. I rated care at 4.5 out of 5 stars. Although not extravagant, the habitat seemed appropriately sized for their inhabitants. They were clean, and the animals were clearly free to retreat from view if they wished. I never did see the red fox or the ringtail. Purpose gets 4 out of 5 stars. The Micke Grove Zoo has bred rare animals like snow leopards and southern poodoos and is currently working with a pair of golden lion tamarins. They are focused on the wildlife of Madagascar and have sent their fossa to Texas as part of the species survival plan. I did not see any mammals from Madagascar during my visit, but did see lemur habitats, so I think they're there. In experience, they get 2.5 out of 5 stars. At just $5 for adults, the zoo is very affordable for families, even though there's an additional fee to enter the park. It's also small, so it will not tire out children. They do not, however, rent strollers or wheelchairs, and the only refreshments available are from vending machines. There were no keeper talks, feeding experiences, and I did not see any staff on the zoo grounds who could answer questions. I was a little disappointed about the number of empty cages and totally understand the missing fossa for the species survival plan, but the others just looked empty. Better communication about the reasons for empty cages would be helpful. Considering all this, the Micke Grove Zoo gets a 3.7 out of 5 stars. Although I see some opportunity areas, the zoo is working a plan to improve some exhibits, and I anticipate as empty habitats are filled, community interest in the zoo will increase. If you want to see more wildlife experiences like this, make sure to subscribe to Wildly Seen Adventures. We explore zoos, aquariums, wildlife rescues, and sanctuaries to help you discover the most meaningful animal experiences for your family. Visit wildlyseenadventures.com for more adventures and resources. You can even rate a zoo while you're there. If you found this video helpful, please give us a like and let us know in the comments if you will be adding your own WSA Scorecard review on our website. Until next time, keep it wild.